Hi, everyone, and welcome to the full moon in Sagittarius. Okay, there is going to be Sagittarius all in and around this full moon. All right. So, how can you use that to your advantage? All right, let's talk about what that energy is, what it's going to be. So, first off, Sagittarius's key phrase, there's actually two for Sagittarius: I seek, I see. So, what does this mean exactly? And on this full moon cycle, how do you use that to your advantage? So, Sagittarius is all about seeing the big picture, also about seeking it as well. So you can kind of see where that I seek, I see comes in. Sagittarius energy can also be like endlessly optimistic, the freedom seeker, the truth seeker, always wanting to know, do, and be more. They want to know the why and the why not. Okay. It is also an energy of expanding the mind and is driven by the motivation to discover one's own individuality and place in the world. Another thing about it that you could think of Sagittarius energy is like that proverbial student, right? That professional student having a lifelong need to learn about different things like religion, spirituality, philosophies, foreign lands, and the people who live within their borders. And even wanting to travel to those places to get, I call it the grassroots experience. Now, another thing about Sagittarius energy, because it is from the element of fire, is it doesn't mind standing out from the crowd. It can be independent, sometimes unapologetic and blunt, but it has purpose and drive. However, it also has a very flow energy that's fun and jovial and adventurous and charitable and kind. The shadow side to this, though, is that sometimes the energy is moving so fast that it doesn't see the situation in the entirety, or it doesn't see it as big picture, right? And because of that, you miss out on a lot. Another thing about the shadow energy is that it can be too self involved, careless, or unkind. So now that we know about both sides of this Sagittarius I see energy, let's find out where it's going to show up for you in or for your zodiac sign. I always say start with your rising sign because that will resonate most. If you don't know your rising sign, then you can use your sun sign. If you want a personalized reading based on your very own natal birth chart, then in the About section, you will find a link to my website for pricing and an explanation of what that is. And just remember, full moons are all about releasing and letting go here. So this is things that do not serve your highest purpose, right? It's clearing out all that clutter so that you have room to plant the seeds for new moon wishes in a couple weeks from now. That is it. I will see you in your reading. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the second part of your full moon in Sagittarius reading. This is the pick a card. So this is if you want to release and let go in areas of your life other than what you just read about or in addition to. Okay, as I've said before, I love an overachiever. So you are going to have two piles to choose from. Pile one is this black obsidian heart, and pile two is this howlite moon. Okay, so choose pile one, choose pile two. Choose both if you feel that you want to listen to both of them. There is no harm in that. And let's get right into your reading. I'll see you in your pile or both. Hi to those of you who chose pile one, this black obsidian heart. Okay, let's get right into your reading. The first three cards I pull can loosely go together, okay? Sometimes strongly they go together. And then they will tie into the other messages at times, or they will remain individual. But we're also finding different or the other areas for you to look at. 11th house, okay? Aquarius, ruled by Neptune. I connect. So this is the house of friendships, groups, social circles, activities where they're involved. It covers teams, friend groups, society, technology, projects and social media, as well as originality, eccentricity, social justice, rebellion, and humanitarianism. I shorten that down a little bit, but go back and read now about the 11th house, because there could be something when it comes to 11th house here for you, pile one, that you need to maybe release and let go of, because that's what we're talking about. And we're using Sagittarius energy here. So if you need to go back, you can go back and listen to what the Sagittarius energy is. I'm just going to give you a quick little breakdown. I feel when it comes to this, it is maybe you need to look at things in a Sagittarius way, which is big picture, which is finding the truth, seeking freedom even, right? Sagittarius, I kind of want to say, is a bit like Aquarius, and they want to find their own place in the world. They're not afraid to be like an Aquarius, say, for example, or Aquarius energy, an individual. So maybe that is what you need to think about in these areas in the 11th house, about releasing and letting go, because Spirit is giving you a message here. If you've come for additional or in place of, you know what, take a look in those areas. Is it a group that you need to let go of? Is it a person in the group? Is it people who support you or your support circles, right? Maybe you need to find something new there, okay? We'll just leave it at that. I know you understand what I'm talking about here. So, and if it resonates, it resonates. But this is just one of the messages here for pile two. Look, we have Capricorn, Aquarius. I never can pronounce the name on the card, so there it is. And it is fertility and prosperity. Feed your soul with love and abundance will flow. They want you to do this because by releasing and letting go of who or what no longer serves you is good for you, okay? It's like eating your vegetables and taking your vitamins, right? It's just good for you. And they want you to feed your soul with love, because that's when abundance and great things will happen and flow will return into your life. So I like this message coming along here, but do it with that Sagittarius energy of, it's almost like being optimistic, right? Like they are the endless optimists. So it's like, I know that by releasing and letting go, I'm going to bring in what's best for me, even though in the moment it may be difficult, okay? So let's just get another card to go along with this. Again, these can also just be messages for you too. Surrender. Yeah. Surrender it to Spirit, God, Source, Universe, or whomever it is for you. Let it go. Hand it over and say, I'll hand this to you and I'm going to work on it as well. Let's work on this together, Spirit. I need some backup, okay? And That is what will make you successful here. Let's get right into, I love that. That's a very good message. It gives you another good area to go look at, the 11th house. But also just in general, the releasing and letting go, right? And what that can do for yourself, to nurture yourself and feed your soul. I love it. Okay, pile. Was I calling you pile 2? Sorry if I did. Pile 1. A new start is coming. New moon. Yeah. What do I say? You release and let go to make room for the new moon wishes in a couple of weeks, I believe is what I tend to say in most of my, intros. So yeah, there's meant to be a new start for you. And that is why you are releasing and letting go at this time, okay? 6 of Wands, achievement. The 6 of Wands is success. So basically, this is a message here for you, pile 1. There is a new successful beginning coming for you, okay? It's there if you choose to take advantage of it. It's there if you choose to release and let go of what isn't serving you, realizing it, surrendering it, and then moving forward with what does, okay? We can also look here, because I did say Capricorn, so you could also look at the 10th house. Go back and read for that. That's about your career, your ambition, right? How you want yourself to be seen in the world, how you make your mark on the world, what you're known for, your reputation, and any of your responsibilities. So in those areas, is there something that you can maybe look at big picture and then release and let go of what isn't serving you in any of those areas? Okay, let's get on to the next. This just feels like it's short and sweet for you, pile 1, but it really is. The cards are coming out here the way they are for a reason. So, first quarter moon and Sagittarius, believe in your good luck. Have belief in yourself. Believe that by you doing this, okay, it is going to bring in the abundance and flow into your life. So I love that they're kind of doubling down. It's one of my favorite things to say when repeat messages come out, pile 1. They're doubling down on the Sagittarius energy. Okay? They're doubling down on release and let go so a new start can come. They're telling you there will be success. They're doubling down on releasing and letting go, surrendering it, right? So I'm liking that, but you've got a couple of different houses that you can go to. And even the 9th house, sorry, because it is Sagittarius. So that Sagittarius ruling the 9th house, anything to do with spirituality, with your religion, your belief systems, whatever they may be, anything to do with studying and learning, and more in a sense of higher education, your philosophies, and travel. And that's kind of like long distance travel, okay? So is there anything you need to release and let go around any of those areas? What devil energy is chaining you up, is keeping you held back from maybe moving forward in any of those areas, okay? You know, maybe is there something new you want to try when it comes to religion or spirituality or your belief system in general, but you're like, well, no, I can't, I better stick with what I know. That's what needs to be cut. That's the chain that needs to be broken, okay? And believe that you can do this. Believe in your good luck. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and Jupiter is, I like to say, he's like Santa, the planet of luck even, right? He's big and expansive. So think of it in those terms. There's something here that you can expand upon, but you or something is holding you back from it. It's figuring out what that is. By looking big picture, being honest and truthful, because Sagittarius is about getting to the truth, right? Being free, and then letting it go. So let's get another card here for you, pile 1. Moon memories, the past. I've had this card coming up a lot in the new moon and full moon. It's, you know, our past dictates a lot about our present, okay? But it does not have to dictate our future unless we allow it to. And we allow it to by hanging on to stuff that isn't serving us, okay? That's what this message is right there. When it flows out like that, I just feel like saying, there, give me a hallelujah on that one. So when it comes out just that simple, the past is very much is dictating for a lot of us our present, but it does not have to dictate our future. Okay, I love that. Oh, that was a good message from Spirit right there. Okay, let's get a tarot to go with it. The Empress, nourishment. Well, she's everything. The Empress is, you know, the mother. She's the queen of all queens. She is able to go with flow. She's intuitive. She's smart and resourceful and caring and nurturing. She knows how to plant seeds. She knows how to let things go. Everything about her is growth, growth, growth. They usually portray her as pregnant on some of the cards, right? So whether it is literal growth of a little human inside of you, or whether it is growth in your world, in your mind, in your heart, she encompasses all of that. So I love that message. Let's get one last astrological card here, and then we're going to get an oracle, and then we're going to be done here, pile one. Some really great things here for releasing and letting go. And I feel like this is also, don't be afraid to release it and let it go. You take on this Empress energy and you can make whatever it is that you want to grow in your life, okay? Sagittarius, doubling down on the Sag energy, stride out into new territory. Okay, so just remember, keep that optimistic, truth-seeking, freedom-seeking, you know. I want to get to the bottom of things. I want to know about things. I want to learn more about things. And I want to see things big picture when it comes to releasing and letting go. By letting go of this, it's going to open up all of this for me in that Sagittarius energy. So again, 9th house. So we've got 11th, 9th, and 10th house here that you can also read about if you go back in the video. Okay, so you know what? I feel like there's two because I felt like it was this one and then this one flipped over. Look, sometimes you're lucky and get two cards. See? The luck. Here it is. Believe in your good luck. Life is conspiring for me. It may not feel like it when we're facing those things we need to release and let go of, that devil energy that has a hold of us, that's holding us back, and you think life's conspiring against me. No, it's not. Spirit is conspiring for you. Sometimes there's lessons that need to be learned. I am magnetic to what I want. I repel what I do not want. Okay. There is something that may help you in the releasing and letting go. I repel what I do not want. Okay? What repels you? Think of it like that. I repel what I do not want. Okay, pile one, those are your messages. I hope that you enjoyed them. Please take a look at pile two if you feel inclined. If not, I'll see you in one of my other readings or for the new moon reading at the beginning of next month. Hi there to those of you who chose this Howlite Moon or pile two, okay? We're going to get right into additional or in place of areas in your life. The houses here to release and let go, where to do that. It could just be straight out advice and guidance for you as well. That happens too. So let's get the first three cards. I kind of think of them as going together, okay? They usually back one another up, but they also can tie into the rest of the reading. It's funny how it happens. But let's get your card here. We're also looking for the additional houses. Ooh, Ceres, nurture, the mother. Pardon me. I like to think, I'm going to think of Ceres here as the great mother, the great nurturer, okay? Which will bring me to, I'm going to say, the fourth house. That can represent the mother when doing astrology readings, okay? But the fourth house is about home and family, your ancestry. It's about nurturing yourself and others, caring for yourself and others, your inner emotions, your security, where you find that, how you nurture that. So look at fourth house, go back and read about that as well, because I feel that the message here is maybe for some of you who are watching pile 2. In addition to the house, there's some guidance here about you may need to be nurturing and caring and loving yourself a bit more. Okay? 2 came out. I'm going to take those. I don't know why. Sometimes I feel it, sometimes I don't. Patience and perseverance. Good things take time. Growth does not happen overnight. So maybe that's, you know, causing you a bit of stress or anxiety, and that's why they want you to just, you know what, go with the flow. Care for yourself. Take time for yourself. There's plenty of time. This is the name of the card if you want to see it up close. Sorry. I usually can't pronounce it, but I'm going to put that right there. And the other card, Cancer. Funny how that showed up. Okay, so there's the name on the card, because I was saying I feel like this is kind of fourth house, which is ruled by Cancer. Victory and conquest. Contain your temper if fulfillment is what you seek. Integrating your self-will, be your best. Oh, let me try to read that again. Contain your temper if fulfillment is what you seek. Integrating your self-will, be your best asset. Okay, so integrating yourself then will be your best asset. Okay, being who you are. Are you really down deep a pushy person, a person who isn't patient, a person who just wants everything to happen now? Like I said, maybe there's things that are giving you anxiety. You need to just take care of yourself in this moment. Be patient and persevere, because good is going to come. Temper and acting in a way that isn't the true you isn't going to help you in this situation. You need to be your true best self. Okay, so that's some just straight advice. But the important thing here is we have fourth house, okay? Growth. There's growth that needs to happen. And I feel in this particular case, for you, pile 2, it's self-growth here. Okay, and look, it's you rising up, it's you grounding down and being at one with the earth, being at your center, being the best you, right? Not getting all caught up in anger and anxiety and in impatience. So that may be a change. And look, if she isn't holding, what I want to say here from the distance that I'm looking at this, looks like a stopwatch or maybe a pocket watch. Remember? Good things take time. Okay, so there's that message. Let's get on and see what else they have for you here as far as houses. Again, already we have fourth house, so you can look at that. I love these pick a cards because they're a combination of both for people, right? Spirit's like, hey, if we're doing this, I'm going to hand out some advice at the same time. A fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. That's why they want you to contain your temper, because Aries can be very passionate and very forward and sometimes a little blunt and a little in your face. And maybe for some of you, this is just letting you know, okay, that things could get a little heated. And that's why they're saying be patient, take care of yourself, and keep your temper in check. Another part of this card, because it's dual in these messages, is Aries, first house, all about me, myself, and I, okay? And how you see or identify yourself, your physical appearance, how others see you, and how you come across to others. And again, we're talking about releasing and letting go here. So And you're doing it with that Sagittarius energy. You're looking at all of these things, whatever these situations may be, big picture. And you want to be optimistic about it. You want to see a good outcome. And this is Spirit giving you advice on how to get that good outcome. Okay? Being impatient and up in people's faces with temper, right? All fiery and a little crazy isn't going to help anything. They want you to seek freedom, seek the truth in the situation. They want what's best for you in the situation. They want you to understand it. But they also want you to be able to release it and let it go, or whatever it is that's attached that keeps this in a fiery way, okay? But at the same time, go back and look at first house, King of Pentacles, security. They want you to feel safe and secure. They want you to have financial security in your life, abundance in your life, to have things, to own things. They want that for you. That's part of life and the human experience. But what they don't want is out of control tempers and fiery situations to be the focal point of your life. That needs to be released and let go of. Okay, let's get to the next card. The King of Pentacles here, he is very calm. He's very practical. He's very stable. He's very grounded. We were talking about being grounded. He knows who he is. He knows what he believes in. He knows what he wants, and he doesn't get distracted by that. Okay, so that's kind of the energy. Think of taking the energy on like that when it comes to releasing and letting go. Think about in the optimistic way of, if I were to release and let go of whatever it is that causes these things to flare up from time to time, okay? If I release and let go of what it is that triggers that or causes it, wow, what could my life be? Let me look at this big picture all the way out and around to the end. Let me answer the what if. Full moon in Virgo, take inspired action. Virgo, 6th house. So go in and read about the 6th house as well. That's anything to do with your job, your daily routines, your health and wellness, anything to do with duties or obligations that you have to other people, being of service to them. Maybe you're a volunteer. It will be different for everyone, okay? But what is it in those areas that maybe you need to release and let go of? Same with the 1st house. What about yourself? Is it maybe a way you identify yourself that's not for your highest good and actually can maybe even take on a negative connotation at times? You're releasing and letting that go. Are you giving too much in service to others, where maybe you have to back that off a little bit and be more in service to yourself as well? You know, do you need to release and let go of maybe what's holding you back from attacking your health and wellness issues, right? Whether they're good or bad. Maybe you might want to just be healthy because you believe in that. You want to be of healthy body, mind, and soul, but there's something that could just be holding you back from taking the first step. It's releasing and letting go. If you do that, look, there's celebration. In the end of this, and I love that Spirit, God, Source, Universe, or whoever gives messages like this, because it tells you, if you are willing to do the work and release and let go of what no longer serves you to bring in what does, there's celebration at the end of that. But we don't see the celebration if we're hanging on to it. We may have fleeting celebration, but not real true celebration in your life. Okay, let's get another card here. Focus, moonbeams. I like that. They want you to really think about it. They want you to focus in. Sagittarius energy can be a little excited sometimes. So they really want you to harness that, the good part of that Sagittarius energy, and focus in, look at the big picture here. What isn't serving you? And what you've already read or what you may read now, and how can you release and let go, along with the advice that they're handing out as well. So let's get a tarot for that. But really, yeah, like a moonbeam, focus in. I think like a spotlight, right? Focus in. 9 of Swords. Yeah, you want to let go of the trauma. The 9 of Swords, that's like mental anguish and anxiety and upset and frustration and just feeling lost. They don't want you to have that if that's how you're feeling. Any traumas, anything that's causing that, again, kind of up here what I was talking about, anything that causes that type of emotional reaction in you based on what it is you're thinking and how you're thinking about situations, they want that to go, to be released, okay? It's not good for you. It will stunt your growth, not promote it. Okay, so let's get a couple more cards here for you, pile 2. This is giving you some good stuff to work on for releasing and letting go here. Scorpio, 8th house, okay? A passionate, intense, or mysterious phase. Ooh. Is there maybe, again, something, a relationship that isn't good for you? Is there some passions or things that you're passionate about in your life that maybe aren't for your highest good? Is there something mysterious, and that's why you've got to look at this big picture, because you're kind of like, oh, I'm not quite sure, okay? 8th house, what's hidden? What's underneath the table? The energy that just lies beneath, okay? 8th house is about death and rebirth, transformation, all right? Which is what we're talking about here by releasing and letting go. It can also do with other people's money. Any debts, any inheritance, even anything that's considered taboo. So there may be some areas there that you need to release and let go in. But let's get one last oracle card here for you, pile 2, and then we will be done. So we have 4th house, 1st house, 6th house, and 8th house to go back and read, and maybe choose one of those areas, or hey, choose all of them. It's up to you, but don't overburden yourself, okay? Plenty of time here. Be patient. I am loved beyond measure. Maybe this is just a message that some of you need to hear. Maybe this is a message that some of you need to hear because whatever it is that you need to release and let go of is going to make you, or it may be that you're losing something that you feel can't be replaced, or someone who can't be replaced, but Spirit's here saying, you're loved beyond measure. We've got you. We've got your back. We're more concerned that you do what's best for you when it comes to releasing and letting go. So pile 2, that is your message, or your messages. I hope that you enjoyed them. I will see you maybe go back, take a look at pile 1 if you want to, or watch some of my other readings. And if not, I will see you next month at the beginning for new moon. Thanks so much.